Hi besties, it's Pride time. It is Pride month. I'm really excited to be doing my first look of Pride season. This is what I came up with. I have the rainbow flag and as well as the bisexual flag because that is how I personally identify. So I wanted to pay tribute to both things. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jan. I use she, her pronouns and I only do it for the girls, the gays, and the theys. And this may be the last time y'all see me with these nails because I feel like they're gonna fall off. While you're here, besties, please check out the links in my link tray. I have several links to support the humanitarian crises happening in Tigray, Ethiopia, Democratic Republic of Congo, Sudan, as well as Haiti. I also have a couple Palestinian families that I'm trying to raise money for, as well as some immigration resources linked in my bio. So if you can't donate, please share this video. If you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, besties, so I'm mostly going to be working with my Beauty Creations. These are the color-based primers. I bought like a whole set of them a few years ago just for looks like this. I've got several shades here. I'm going to do the bi flag on the bottom and then we're going to do the rainbow flag on top. I also left my paint palette unset. I just feel like with these cream bases, they go better over like not powder. I just feel like it gets a little cakey. So I'm just taking Rockstar just on the back of my hand. These are very pigmented, so you want to be really careful with them so you don't need a lot. And I'm just taking it on a brush that looks like that, just on the back of my hand. Just gonna get a little bit. If it gets messy, it's fine. I'm just kind of laying down the base for this look. So we're just gonna do about 1/3 of my eye like that. I'm going in with black liner later. But yeah, just kind of in that little shape. And then I do just like to pat these in with my finger. I don't want like a ton of product on my eye. I just want a nice base. Also, it's important to be mindful, besties, pigments that have any kind of red in them are going to stain your skin. So I am making sure to wash my brush immediately after just to reduce the staining. Because if you get it like soon enough, it won't stain. Your brush at least. Also, blue pigments, for whatever reason, I find on my brushes will stain a lot. So like blue and pink and red will stain. For the orange, I actually didn't buy the orange one of these because I feel like orange shadows are pretty pigmented on their own. So I'm gonna use whiteout and then I'm gonna use, this is called Limelight for the yellow. So I'm just gonna do that like really quickly off camera and then come back. Okay, besties, that's what we're looking like. I am gonna go ahead and set this eye with corresponding shadows because these will crease if I don't go ahead and set them. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Okay, besties, that's what we're looking like. For the red, I used the Courtney Grunge Core M167. It's beautiful, like pinky red. For the orange, I used my Jolie Beauty Carnevil palette. This is the shade Ringmaster. So that's this bright orange one right there. And then for the yellow, I dipped into the ColourPop Honey palette. This shade called Sweet Spot right there for that bright yellow. Now for this eye, I'm going to use my Jade color-based primer, my Blue My Mind color-based primer, and then my purple cream one. Just gonna do green, blue, purple. Just like that. So I'm going to lay those down and put some corresponding shadows on top and be right back. For the green shadow, I used my Jolie Beauty Carnevil palette. I used the shade Funfair. So that's this one right here. For the blue, I used this ColourPop palette. This is a Powerpuff Girls palette. It came out a few years ago. This shade is called Rowdy Rough Boys. So just that sky blue right there. And for the purple, I used my Jolie Beauty Carnevil. This is in the shade Magician. That one right there, it's like this beautiful kind of orchid purple. Love her. I'm so tempted to go on top with Unusual, but I think I'm just going to leave it kind of matte. I do want to add just like a little bit of contrast in the crease. So I'm going to take Sinister from the Jolie Beauty Carnevil palette, which is this black shadow. And I'm going to take this on just the tips of my brush and just kind of get it in there. Just to kind of darken things up just a little bit. Trying to avoid going into the yellow because I want the yellow to stay as vibrant as it can be. I just kind of want it to look a little bit darker and a little bit more uniform because I am going to add like black liner to this. I kind of want the lid to be rainbowy and then the crease to just kind of diffuse out. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. I did go into my Courtney Grunge Core. This is M170. This shade just for like a little bit of contrast and to blend it out. I'm going to start working on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take my color-based primers from Beauty Creations. So the bisexual flag is pink and then purple and then blue. So for the pink, I'm going to take Barbie pink. And for the purple, I'm going to take purple cream. And then for the blue, I'm going to take blue my mind. I want to do it the same way that I did the flag, where like when you're looking at me, it's in the correct order. Okay, besties, that's what we're looking like. I did for the pink, take my Care Beauty palette, and I took the shade Brunch, which is this one right there for the pink. For the purple, I took my Carnevil palette from Jolie Beauty, that same Magician shade. Is that one. For the blue, I initially went into my ColourPop in a trance palette, this like very pale blue called Transcend Dance. That one right there, but it was a little bit too pale for my liking, so I went into my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. This is like the original one that I got like, I don't know, almost 10 years ago. But I went into this shade right here, this like very beautiful, almost like midnight blue, but over that pale blue, it just kind of created the exact shade of blue that I needed. So this is what we're currently looking like. I'm probably going to clean up those edges. I'm definitely going to add some black liner to this. I'm going to go ahead and do my face makeup off camera and my liner and finish up the look and come back. If y'all would like an in-depth tutorial on like my favorite face products or how I prep my skin or whatever, I do have a video on how I prep my skin for makeup just based on like my specific skin type, all of that on my TikTok. But anyway, I'm going to finish up the rest of my face makeup and be right back. I have so much to tell you, besties. As always, let's go from top to bottom. My lashes are these Kiss ones. They came out last year. I'm not sure if they're back out this year, but they are in true color. So he's got lovely rainbow going on. On my brow bone, I did go in with my Half Magic Dopamine Sparkle Glitter Puck. Y'all know how much I love this. I could not resist. I just love it. I got some on my brows and honestly, slay. I used my NYX Epic Ink Liquid Liner in black for the wing. For my cheeks, I have a combo. I have a Jessica and Courtney combo. So I took M158 from Jessica's Southern Goth palette with Mauve, and then I took Courtney's M150 Cream Clay Blush. Just as like a little combo. I wanted it to be like natural but still pink. And I actually didn't even set it with a powder blush because I was able to just like set it with powder, and then it just looks like this, and I really like how it looks. On my lips is my Glam Light Ghost Face highlight. I use both of them today, so I use the champagne on my upper lip, and then I use the white pinky one on my inner corner. I just like how that looks. For this lovely highlight that I've got going on, this is the Lizzie McGuire ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed in Get a Grip. They have a bunch of these are like glitter gels, and I just use that with like a fluffy brush. I just like how this looks on the top of the cheeks. I feel like when it catches the light, it looks so freaking cool. And y'all already know I'm about to take you on a journey with my lip combo. So first I took the M147 from Mom Beauty. It's a dark brown. And then I took my Glam Light Ghost Face lip liner, which is a almost black but not quite black. Looks like that. And then to define it and make it like the blackest black, I took my NYX Line Loud in Evil Genius, which is a pure black lip pencil. And then in the center, I was one of the winners of Vanilla Swirls giveaway. So I got this lip liner from Cosnori, which is a K-beauty brand. And I used that in the center. This is the Sand Beige. And this is one of those like click up ones. Gorgeous. It's like a beautiful like nude sandy beige color. It just looks like that. But it's really cool toned. And I picked this one for that reason because I have the Mauve Beauty one, but that one's a little bit lighter. So I use that in the center. And then y'all know how much I love Jessica's Dark Star lip gloss from Mauve Beauty. I used her all over. This is literally stunning. I cannot feel it on my lips. I love her to death. If you've made it to the end of this video, you're my favorite person in the entire world. I appreciate you so much. Happy Pride, besties. Please take care of each other. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.